Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I am back on War Thunder yet again for some more Tank RB gameplay, and today I will be showcasing what I consider to be my best game ever in War Thunder. Now, I got this game a few days ago. If you follow me on either Discord or on live.warthunder, I did post about this game and you probably know what it is. Driving out the brilliant T-34-100. Now, this tank is at a rating of 6.7. It does lack a bit in the armor area, but in terms of armament, that 100mm cannon is an absolute killer, as you are about to see. In this relatively short game, I'm able to kill 10 enemy vehicles in Tank Realistic without dying, and as you can see just down the road, an enemy tank which looks to be a T-29 is coming along. Gonna try and go for the lower frontal plate. There we go, hit the lower frontal plate, exploded inwards, knocked out the entire crew, and that is my first kill of this game. Now, the main problem with this tank is the sort of lack of armor. The T-34, brilliant at lower tiers, but once it is up tiered, or like this one, put at a higher battle rating, it will suffer a little bit in the armor category. So there's another enemy tank. There we go, that is another kill, so I'm going to continue to move on. I'm going to dart down this alley just so that I'm not in direct line of fire from the enemy team. Oh, T-29. And wait for reload and fire. There we go, that is my third kill, and it's not even been 2 minutes into the video. So, you know, as you can see, definitely going very well. And here's another one, reversing straight into my line of fire so that I can kill him. Thank you very much. I'll take that kill. And there we go, that's now 4 kills. So, as you can see, this 100mm cannon with that brilliant reload is really helping to rack up those kills. Now, that's a pretty decent amount of kills in a short amount of time. Although there is one problem and a slightly sticky situation where I'm going to have enemies coming past me on two sides. This thing, it's a relatively agile vehicle, but it doesn't turn overly quick. So I'm going to have to try to be rather stealthy. Now I can see gunfire over there, so I might have to move back to take out whoever that is. Now, as I said, the armor isn't the best. Now, it can be easily penned by most things at this rating. Luckily, the turret armor has been beefed up a bit on this variant, so you do have slightly increased protection there, which does protect most of the crew, but the chassis is more or less the same as earlier T-34s. You do also have 2 smoke barrels, which really does help with protection if you're damaged, and you can drop the smoke, although unfortunately the front of your tank is still sticking out of the smoke cloud, which doesn't do the best about hiding in position. There's another enemy, and fire, there we go. That's another kill. So as you can see, the game is going very well for me so far. And hopefully it will continue to do so. Now I'm just going to pull out here and see if there's any enemies coming along. Okay, there is one there. I think he's looking away, so I'm going to move forward. Okay, the gun is not low enough, so reverse and go on the brakes. That should fix it. There we go. So, yeah, Russian tanks known not to have the best gun depression, so a good way to fix that if you're aimed up on an enemy. Either move forward or backwards. If you go forward, slam on the brakes, the gun will go down, and then you just fire in that split second, and it'll hit the enemy target and kill it. Now, the great thing about this 100mm cannon is that the shells it uses have incredibly good penetration for this rating, as well as the fact that most of them are very highly explosive. So if you do get a pen on an enemy tank, it's highly likely that shell will explode and will definitely kill everyone inside, which will give you the kill. This is effectively a one-shot kill master. Now, a lot of people, when say on live.warthunder, people say, should I get this tank as a tier 4 premium to grind out the Russians? A lot of people say no. Now, the main reason for that is, you know, it's a T-34 at a higher rating, the armor's not the best, it's not as sort of dominant as it is at the lower ratings, it's not as overpowered, and most people say just get the IS-6. Now, I would say if you are looking for a tier 4 Russian premium, do go for the IS-6, it is a far better vehicle. But if you are good with vehicles that are lightly armoured, relatively mobile, and have very powerful guns, this could be the thing for you. Now, I would advise test driving and seeing which vehicle you prefer. Okay, I'm just checking around. Looks like the A point is currently uncapped. I don't think there's any enemies nearby. I think they've all been killed, but no one's bothered to recap it. So, as long as there are no enemies nearby, I am going to move backwards. Okay. So I'm going to now turn back towards A. Now, I do have to be very careful, as I am quite a bit closer to the enemy spawn points than I probably should be, so I am going to keep having to look behind me just to make sure, and also to the side of course, just to make doubly sure that there's no one coming up behind me. Okay, there's a friendly vehicle, so I'm presuming the area he's come from is perfectly safe. And I'm going to move into the A point and, oh, okay, enemy tank. Fire, there we go. Hit the back of his turret, knocked out the crew yet again. Of course, with the T-29, the T-34, the American T-34, of course, the frontal turret plate is incredibly thick. You will not pen that. But if you can hit the back of the turret, or the sides, or the frontal lower plate, it's highly likely you are going to kill them. So that's what I'd advise doing. That's the way to deal with them. Oh, that looked to be a rocket. Okay, now I do need to keep an eye out, because it is likely there will be an enemy tank on the complete opposite side of the map who decides it would be a good idea to try and snipe me from over there. So I do need to keep an eye out, and if I see one, I do need to basically move out of the way. But now the zone is capped, so I'm going to head back to the position I was at a minute ago to try and snipe some more enemies. Okay, so now I'm moving to this position, which is a very good place to sit near the end of the game when you want to prevent enemy vehicles from moving down towards the A point to capture it. So, you know, you have direct view to a point that is just after the enemy spawn, so it's likely you're going to see a lot of recently respawned enemies, and a lot of good places to hide. So, okay, there's a Centurion Mark 1. I do try to shoot his armour. Unfortunately, I hit the upper frontal plate, which is very heavily armoured and angled, so it didn't go through. It sort of just didn't get the pen, and I didn't kill him. But luckily there is another friendly tank, which, as you can see moving there, just sort of to the side of me, who goes and kills him. Okay, there's an M50 on toss, very easy to kill. There we go. Very lightly armoured vehicle, that is. Very small crew, so you kill even one of them, he's going to die. And luckily I hit the lower frontal plate, it went straight through, the shell fragmented, and killed his entire crew. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep a watch on that hill. Now, it's most likely that recently respawned enemy vehicles are going to pop over that hill to try and come down to the A point, and my job at the end of this game is not to let that happen. So I'm going to look up, and any second now a Centurion's going to pop up. There he is. Fire a shot, hits sort of the side of his tank, goes in, fragments, kills the entire crew. Definitely not too bad there. Now I'm sitting on 9 kills. And you probably remember that at the beginning of this video I said it was a 10 kill game, and that's because any second now an STR-V81 is going to pop over that hill and I'm going to kill him. So there he is, he shoots me, I shoot him, he comes out worse, and that's the end of the game. Unfortunately only second in the team, but I did get more kills than anyone else with 10 kills, and I got the base cap for that A point. So definitely not a bad game whatsoever. Now, do comment below and let me know of any cool experiences you guys have had in game. It's always cool to know what my subscribers have done in game, any cool games, be that in arcade, realistic, simulator, or any other game modes in the game. Now, thanks a lot for watching the video. If you did enjoy, please consider leaving a like. Maybe even subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you do, that would be very much appreciated. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.